Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Anyway, we have got another stream. Oh, let me turn that down. Wow, we're going to have a massive day, actually, because we've got inflation rates coming out today. And I see pound dollar's actually already moving up. So we've got loads to talk about. Talk about some trades that we've taken as well.
Yeah. We have got that big old block of news in 5 hours and 20 minutes. Look at that.
Now, that is a lot of supply right there.
That is going to move things like you wouldn't believe.
Yes, definitely.
And look at the Japanese yen.
Damn.
Look at that.
Oh, my God.
Look at that.
Yeah.
So, EuroJ might be one to look at. GJ and CHF JPY as well. So
let's have a jump in. Let's have a look and see what's going on. Jump in. Do you want to just go through, just clack, all of the different pairs?
Yeah.
And we'll see what we're
gold up at the moment. So gold has come into this area that I marked out earlier. Now we've got the two EMAs. I know you like your EMAs, Alex.
I do.
I'm a disciple now. I'm a disciple.
Yeah.
So I am looking at this level here taken, and if we take it back on the 4 hour, we're bouncing. So we could now see us going higher up again. All depends what the news looks like. But if you look at it, it hasn't broken this trend. Look at it. We've possibly coming to a break, but I don't think we are just yet. So there's a
if I was a betting man, and I am a betting man, I would say there's a long right now on gold, like right now.
Yeah. This minute.
And I am going to jump in on that.
Ooh, Alex is going on gold.
I am, because it just looks fandabidozy for the upside.
Is that going to be your new catchphrase?
Fandabidozy.
You heard it here first.
Definitely you heard it here first. Am I looking at the right?
You're looking at gold, yeah? I'm on the 4 hour.
My Fivers account, we changed the password. So okay, I'm not going to do it on the Fivers account. Should do it on the Five account. I'm going to do it on my live account.
All right, you do that. I'm going to go to GU. Let's see what GU is doing. So GU on the 4 hour, we've seen a nice pump up since yesterday morning. So GU, we got a nice bit of strength in the pound yesterday. It's tailed off as you look on the strengths. You can see it there, but we're now getting to this area where we had this reversal before. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with this, because this would suggest that there's going to be strength coming back into the dollar. And I'll pull up the DXY in a second, but looking at that one, we've still got liquidity further down. But realistically, is this a reversal? Possibly. We're hovering around that 200 EMA on the 4 hour. So we've kind of chopped up and down over it, and we haven't been able to stay above it. So we go down to the 1 hour, it's the same thing. So we haven't got really a trending market for you again on GU, I'm afraid, Alex. So you might want to stay away from it, because it's not looking nice, I would say, on GU right now. It does look good for buys when I look at it on the daily, though. That looks nice for buys. I don't know if you can see that. But you got one engulfing, two engulfings, retested one another, and price is looking to go up. And that would tie into your gold long bias, where we're seeing weakness in the dollar. So
Yeah.
that could
10 contracts on gold. Okay, there you go. That was actually okay. It doesn't make sense.
Are you doing futures now? Have you gone into futures without telling me?
No, there you go. Fine. It was because I had, for some reason, it had 10k on there, and I thought I got
Right.
mate. Okay, so we're long now gold. For a little bit of risk, not a lot of risk, because I'm waiting to get a payout, and I don't want to be risking the same. Is that weird though? That the trade is valid. Why wouldn't I put the normal amount of risk on? Maybe because I'm scared about giving my, giving profits back. Maybe that's a bit of a mental thing that I've got.
If you've done that though, and you've got the experience of it not playing out, and to be fair, the markets aren't exactly crystal clear, right? I mean, look at GU. GU is not a trending market right now. On the daily, it's not trending at all, right? Gold, you could say it is. If we go down to EU, our other lovely dollar pair, it looks less convincing. So let me just pull up the DXY and let's see what that's looking like. DXY does look weak for the dollar. You see that? We had that pull up last week that I'd called. I said that we would go up to this area and then pull down. So we're now potentially looking at us on the daily, at least, pulling back towards this 200 EMA and see these two pulling in together. So we might start to see now some dollar weakness. On the lower time frames, the 8 hour, there's a decent amount of support here. So it really depends how it plays against that. But look at that. We've come to the 4 hour.
We're in a range.
So
okay. My gold is absolutely getting trashed already. This would be,
you didn't risk much at all, did you?
I risked $300, which I'm okay about. I'm okay about risking $300.
What's that as a percentage?
That is less than 1%.
Okay, then you're fine. But
still early on in the day, though. The market ain't even open yet.
It is. You're just straight out of the traps.
Yeah, but the reason I'll go through the reasons why I actually got into this one, just because, just for a little bit of Okay, so on the 4 hour, we're at this EMA. This EMA has been for months, maybe not months, weeks. For 2 weeks, it is held as support. So we've come down to it right now. We're not looking the best on the 1 hour, I'm not going to lie, but on the 15-minute, we looked like we were holding in support. So my position is actually this one. It doesn't look the best right now, but you gotta live by the sword, die by the sword. Which is probably the worst advice ever when it comes to trading, but there you go. That is the trade idea. I'm thinking that this is going to hold as support. We're seeing support coming now anyway, but that's the idea. I think the 4 hour is going to hold as support. We've had 1 wick, 2 wick, 3 wick. We've had another one. Now I'm going down onto the 1 hour. We've had this kind of push up. We've touched the EMA first. We've got this level right here that it's touched. If it was going to go up, it would probably be from up here. But it doesn't. I'm not gonna just sit here and lie and say it looks the best. It looks okay. Okay, it looks okay. It's gone to what? 5. Yeah.
The only thing that worries me is this is your trade, so you stick with your conviction, right?
Yeah, definitely, always will.
What I would be looking at is if in the 15-minute we've broken through the 200, right? We've tapped it, we've come down, we're tapping it again, and we're coming down again. And on the 4 hour, you're right, we've had those wicks, but this is an inside bar, and we've already taken the high of it. That would be my worry, is that this, for me, that level is liquidity. And that would be my concern.
the way that sometimes I try and keep in my head as well in trading, and it's helped me quite a bit. Doesn't mean, you know, doesn't mean there's probably a lot of edge in it, but I just trying to think, what are everybody else looking at, and who's gonna get hurt the most of that trade. So if the market looks like it's about to crap itself, is there any sign that this could actually be a trap? And if it is, then where would I want to position myself? If the market looks like it's going to absolutely crap itself and there is just no kind of trap there, there's just air underneath, then sell that to, you know, to whatever. But if, you know, there's a high level of support and there's been wicked, and what is the potential of the majority of people would rather go short right now? Because my first initial impression when I looked at gold was like short, and then I looked at it and I was like, would I really short now on higher time frame support, which is where it's at? So I was like, okay, there is a potential for a long position. So that's the reason why I went off that one. We'll soon see if my methodology is.
I think it's a question of whether it's going to be ending up something like what do I want to do? I want to do like a little circly thing, don't I?
It does look horrible. I'll tell you what as well, though, it's like this kind of price action that is just kind of like doing a little bit of a coil. That kind of, you know, descending kind of triangle. Maybe, you know.
Do you know what I'm looking at here is, this is the 1 hour, right? If you see here, in there, see how the EMAs are coming together. The last time that happened, where they really came together, they didn't cross over, right? They came close, but they didn't get as close as they are now. The last time it happened was here, and possibly here. And what it did was it had a massive pullback and dipped further down. And that would be my only question: is gold going to dip further down to here, closer to the 200s, to gain more liquidity to then push on up?
That is super valid. What you've just said that's the reasons why I said straight away when I first came in on a 1 hour, I'm looking short. That's what I was like, oh, this looks crazy short. But then I'm looking at the 4 hour, and I'm seeing where it's at on the 4 hour EMA and what it's been doing in conjunction with the rest of the price action for the last 2 weeks. Do I want to get caught in the trap right now of going short because of a 1 hour time frame over the 4 hour macro time frame? Support. Don't know, but that's why I've put smaller risk onto it anyway, and it's still about break even now. I'm only $15, so
well, let's see how it plays out. Fingers crossed. So that's our gold. We've done GU, we've done EU. Let's just have a quick look at the NAS. NAS for now on the daily. Let's pull up the daily. NAS is looking strong for longs again, which would buy into a weaker dollar as well. So that could also be tying in nicely into your bias. That looks nice for buyers, but it is ranging. It's a massive ranging market on the daily. Don't you think? Just on the daily, it's rare to see that. You know, the indices don't range like that. I mean, look at it historically. When was the last time we had that kind of ranging? Back here in September 23? That was the last time we had that kind of range period for such an extended period of time. Otherwise, it's been trending. So this is a sizable chunk of time for us to be just chopping up and down. And it pretty much started in December. Okay, we'd expect December to be quiet, but then basically January, it's just been not really doing much at all, just up and down. Last one, crypto. So crypto, I gotta say, right now is looking kind of bearish. You know, a couple of days ago, I would have said, you know what, we're looking bullish. But now, after yesterday's candle, That looks bearish.
Altcoins, I feel like are just a bit over. So I think I'm going to close this gold trade. It doesn't look like it wants to hold. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done out of this gold trade, I think. Let's have a look, see what it does now. Yeah. Yeah, I'm out of that gold trade. No, I lost $180.
Okay.
But I'll put on my chart and show the reason why. This was kind of, for me, that 1 minute. The idea is, the idea is, okay, I'm getting in for break, retest, continuation. If it was strong, it would have retested the 50 and then gone up. It didn't. It came back into the 618. Didn't find enough strength. And now if I go onto the 1 minute, now it's breaking, continue to break in that structure on the 1 minute. So to be honest, do I want to just, it's early in the session as well, do I want to just lose the trade? So there you go.
No, exactly. Do you want to pull up your Bitcoin?
Let's have a look. Wow, there's a nice trade on that though. I'll take that. It sounds super bad. I'm just
what was he said? We're not gonna overtrade this week. We're gonna be really calm. We're gonna be really collected.
How many times have you seen me do that? That is my bread and butter. To be fair,
I know that is
my bread and butter.
You don't get out of bed for anything less than that.
If I was going to put money on any type of trade, it would be a trade like that. That's the thing.
Yeah. That is looking nice.
It is, isn't it?
We promised an update on MEMDEX. So
yeah,
all of those,
you want to go and do that.
MEMDEX, while you get your Bitcoin trade in. So MEMDEX, for those of you who don't know, MEMDEX is my my meme coin play. I've got a nice bag loaded up for this, and it is a utility for basically the top 100 meme coins. So the utility is due to be released any day now. It's got a really strong community, and if we take it down to the 4 hour, we're not quite holding this trend line, but we're still there or thereabouts. So if I was to bring it down to here, to where that wick is, it still looks okay, So for me, if I'm looking at it as a chart, it still looks bullish. And I think when you take into account the wider crypto market, I would say that still looks like a nice bullish opportunity. If we look elsewhere, we can see that everything has been dropping lately. Everyone that's looking at it on social media is saying, oh, it's bleeding, and everyone's crying about it. The reality is that you can't get away from the macro of the fact that you have got a pro crypto president coming in, who's already in. It's just a matter of time. So I'm still really bullish on all of crypto. I just think there's probably going to be a bit more of a flush out of people before we see the really big moves. Good morning, Void. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you are well. Always a pleasure to see you, mate. So yeah, that's
chopping changing, boys, chopping changing.
Yeah.
Wow, look at it though. Seriously.
Your gold. Let's have a look at your gold. Oh, that wick is
that's literally
that's a nasty wick. Don't get back in it. Don't get back in it. I wouldn't necessarily trust a one wick on the 1 minute or the 5 minute.
Momentum trader, baby.
You go for what you want to go for.
Yeah.
While Alex does that, let's just have a look at what I was picking out earlier from the strength market. You can see here, Swiss franc JPY looking good. Euro JPY is probably also going to be a nice one to look at. So let's look at Swiss franc JPY. We've come in on the daily to this nice low area here, and we haven't broken it. We've kept within that area. If we go down to the weekly, we can also see we're in this area. So certainly looks like a nice opportunity for some buys, at least to pull back up. For us to really change direction, we've got to break this low. That's a big low that we've got to try and break down. Yeah, absolutely void, 100%. MEMDEX is super strong. The community behind it is just mental. It's so strong, and the utility is due out any day now. So all I'm looking at it is a beautiful discount price to get in more. But alas, I've maxed out all of my capital to spend on it. So yeah, CHF JPY. I don't know. Is there an opportunity here? If we look on the 4 hour, there might be.
Say that's long. It looks long.
Yeah.
Anyway, but what would be the 50 fib from that pivot high to that pivot low?
This high?
Yeah, that high to that pivot low.
Let's have a look.
Is it out?
Hitting it right now. It's at the 50 right now.
Yeah, it would have. I think it's lost.
This area
the move
here,
that I would be looking at would have been lost.
So I'd be looking for some kind of reaction here, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, no, that did have a tiny wick on it. It looks like a wickless candle, but it does have a tiny wick on it. So I'd be looking at that area for potential change in direction, and this one here. Those two candles for me are nice opportunities, and you've got a liquidity level here on the 4 hour to potentially hunt. So, but that's a big, strong move. So we'll see. But I mean, it's looking like it's bouncing off that area.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's come on the 15 minute. It's, look at that, just powered through that 200. So it's going to have to retest that at some point. That might be a nice opportunity to get in on buys.
Yep.
If it pulls
the market
back now,
is okay. So 2 minutes before London Open. So the two trades we got open now is BTC long at 96.135 and an entry on gold at 28.91.
You got in on gold again, did you?
Yes, I did.
You're a glutton for punishment, man. And you were saying to me about my JPY trade yesterday. Is like, oh, I can't take the adrenaline. Look at you jumping in and out of Bitcoin and gold. Oh dear. Yeah.
But then again, I've got no experience with JPY at all.
Yeah.
I really haven't.
That level worries me for your gold.
But that candle underneath it, that kind of wick down, that one, that for me would be a confirmation that we're looking to push back up.
7 and 11 disagree, unless they, well, if the 11 holds like this, then I'd be more confident. Tough one.
So go, if you take the fib from that, so that range that we've got here, that pivot high, if that, no, the next one, the leg that we want to trade, yeah. So the pivot low of that move, no, the wrong one, sorry, the opposite. So we want to take the pivot low first to the pivot high because I want to get in on a long.
That one.
Yeah. So change the fibs around again.
Hang on.
You've got them on the. You've got the. Let me pop it on. There you go. So if I was having a look at gold, so this is the trade back in. So every single the leg when I'm trading like momentum, I always want to get the leg of the range that I'm trying to trade. So for me, this, if I take off all of these EMAs and I take off this is the current range that we're in. So until this range is broken, we are still undecided if we're going up or down. So my bias, I'm looking to trade this area. So I would take my fib of this area because I want to trade this bit of price action. That's all. So that's how I would do it. Then if price couldn't break this low, then that means for me we're in a buy. And that's the reasons why I got back in, is just because we've come into this area. Now we've had this bit of price action on the candles to kind of confirm to me that momentum wants to push it higher. So that's how I would trade it. If I was trading this, for instance, and I'd be trading short, I'd be like, okay, as long as it's not going up on above here, my bias was short, and really it would be something like that. That's if my bias was short. So anything in here, I'd be looking to short. If I had the overall bias as short, this would be an area that you would want to short realistically. But we shall see.
We shall see indeed. Your EMA strategy I really like, but I still, the way I look at a chart is always looking at liquidity and looking at those engulfing candles. So I'm trying to match the two different kind of perspectives, if you like, because they're going to be conflicting sometimes, right?
So the way, if I was looking at liquidity, I would say this caused a lot of liquidity that's been taken out. And the only other areas would be this inner level that's been just taken out. We've got the next one is here. That's what I think.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Certainly looks nice on the 1 hour right now. If you keep getting that pump up, it's just that accumulation of the EMAs together on the 1 hour, where they're tightening. That's my worry. But you've got half an hour left on the EMA. Sorry, on the 1 hour candle. So
market.
So we will see.
We will see. We're going actually into the Fivers live stream in
an hour.
In an hour, so we will actually be able to see what's happening with this trade, because Bitcoin is also. I've got into this position here with Bitcoin. I've actually. Is that the position? 26135. 26135. Yeah, that's the position. I've kind of left this a little bit. I've left it like that. Realistically, the 200 EMA would be the target, but when we're trading Bitcoin and gold, if it gets its momentum, I don't want to cut it off like I do in Forex, because if it goes, it goes.
Can run.
It runs. Forex doesn't. There's days in Forex where there's runs, but 9 out of 10 days it just ranges, and that's why EMA strategy is the best, because that's how you do mean reversion trades. It just goes back to the EMA. On gold and Bitcoin, we'll see.
We will see. But yeah, Void, listen, if you're still with us, thanks for joining us, mate. As Al says, we will be on the live stream for the Fivers in just under an hour. So make sure to catch us then. Alex said,
"Cut it off." That was odd. You know that's such a good. Have you seen when he's talking? You know which meme he's talking about.
Yeah.
We got to make a meme about that.
We got a new Alex meme. There we go. That sounds like a nice sticker we need to create, I think, as well.
Mike and Alex. Yeah, bud. It's nice having you around.
Thank you for joining us, mate. Hopefully see you in the Fivers stream. Otherwise, we will speak to you very soon, mate.
All right.
Take care.
Yeah. Bye, guys. See you later.